Oh man, impressions. First off, it was just great to be out there. I think after 9 months, going through training camp and finally getting ready for that day, having fun, just being aggressive, being out there with the O-line. And I gotta say, aside from being in the game itself, just being behind the tunnel, the Sooner, never get it wrong, the Sooner schooner, and behind the horses running out. That's seeing the fans, the stadium. That's just it's a sight to behold. And I gotta say that was amazing. I can't wait for a night game against SMU this weekend. But yeah, I had an amazing time, had a lot of fun. First time I think I really had some fun at a football game in a while.
Were you close enough to the front of the line to get a full feel of that?
Yeah. I mean, I almost tripped over myself trying to get out there, but just seeing as the crowd cheered for us as we came out there, it was something like no other.
What did you think overall about the way the line?
I think we played well. It's, we had 2 weeks to prepare for Arkansas State, and I believe that we were the better team, but obviously you don't want to underestimate any team. I think we came out aggressive the whole time with first, second, third, first team going out there. We didn't let up, as you can see by the score, and we kept it on them. And that's something we got to improve. I didn't think it was perfect. I know I made some mistakes and technique-wise and things like that, but that's something we can improve on. And that's what we're doing today. We're nuts on Mondays, and then we got Tuesdays tomorrow, workday Wednesdays. On this weekend, just to improve off the game. But overall, I think it was a good showing with the O-line. But I think the level of competition that we're going to have, as we, especially when we get down the road, even for next week, it's going to be better than what we had played. So we just got to step it up.
What did you learn about Coach Beanbo and his post-game critique?
Pardon?
What did you learn about Coach Beanbo and his post-game critique?
He demands the best. He demands perfection, and I think that's one of the reasons why I came to OU, because of the type of coach that Beanbo is. Like, he doesn't just want you to beat your man. He wants you to dominate him, like with technique, consistently. And I just think that he said he was we did a great job, but like I said before, we got to step it up. We got to keep going. We got to be the O-line that he knows that we can be, and I believe that we can be the best O-line in the country if we keep doing it week in, week out.
How do you feel about it?
Did it take you any time at all to really get going again? I mean, that was the first game for you in a little bit, so did it take you any time to really get going?
For me, it didn't feel like it, but I know I did have I had a couple of trips during the game where I don't know if I was too excited or whatnot, but I was just happy to be out there. But after the first quarter, I think I really just got my legs underneath myself, and I just started playing. And then after we ran out there, once I'm on the field, you don't really even no offense to the crowd, but you're just locked into the game. It's you're 11 against their 11. So after that, I think I was just smooth sailing, and I can't wait to go out again this next weekend against SMU.
At the start of a new season, how long does it really take for you guys to gel together, especially in the run game?
I think that because of coming here all the way in January, hanging out outside of the facility on the weekends, during the weekdays, and then going through spring ball, even with me being injured, going through summer conditioning, going through training camp, and now we're finally, at the season with the first game. I didn't think we had too many, problems at all, really trying to gel as one. As we're a family, and families fight sometimes, and I think just the fact that I love them as brothers. And that's one of the ways that we're able to be connected to one another. And so I wouldn't say we've had problems like that. It's only just, as long as you're studying film, you're in the playbook, then there shouldn't be any problem. And if there is a problem, we talk about it on the sideline. Coach B might get on us a little bit, but I'm talking to Savion, Rame, or hey Ty, what'd you see on that DN who's going to face me in the next quarter when we go to the field, or what are you seeing from the T twist with McCade? So as long as we're talking, communicating, we haven't had too many problems with gelling.
How did you think
Spoken about your developing that relationship and the partnership with Savion.
Yeah.
What did you learn, or what surprised you getting to do it for real for the first time again?
I think just seeing him going out there and having fun. I mean, going back and watching the film, and before even that, we were beating up before. Just 1-2 punch me and him. Us communicating. Like I said, I have some mistakes myself that we can build upon, but I'm very excited to keep working with him throughout the season and improve as the best left guard, left tackle in the country, which I have no doubt that we can be. And I don't mean to be arrogant when I say that. I just believe that we have the work ethic and the hard work to do so. So I'm very excited, and it's great to see the hard work he's been putting in since January come to fruition this past game.
You mentioned the technique You mentioned among the things that you wanted to improve on technique. What are some of the other things you want to get better at as the season progresses?
One of the things that I think was different about this game for me than previous games is I just feel like how just aggressive I was, naturally aggressive I was, and I think that part of that comes with being with a coach like Beatonbow and him just like that's what he demands, and just continue to build upon that each and every game. Being like a dominating force that that's going to break the defender's will. Like you're going to make him question if he wants to play football in this game. But on top of that, especially staying low, always get better on that. Like I said, being aggressive.
What's your thoughts on SMU? Seen much of them yet?
Yeah, I think they're really they put up a good score on LA Tech, and I think they got a good group of guys that I think it's going to be a good game. I think that I have full confidence that we will win this game, but I'm not saying that it's going to be a cakewalk, and that we can't underestimate our opponent ever. And I respect, have utmost respect for my opponent. So I can't wait to get out there and go against them. And they do show some different things. Watching some of the goal line and some clips and whatnot. But I'm very excited for it, and they got some good DNs.
You talk about wanting to dominate as an offensive line. You talked about beating up on people. How do you sort of thread that needle between, keep that edge at a level that you want it?
In terms of not going over,
not going over, but
something.
Still pushing that.
Yeah, there is a
also.
fine line because you could try. You're trying to be aggressive and whatnot, but in doing so you can get called for a hold or being too aggressive and that's a penalty and whatnot. But the thing is, you can't play with that in the back of your head. You can't play like, if I go here, it's too much. I mean, I had one play this past game where the ref was like, hey, you can't do that. So, it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. So, that's how you just got to look at it. If the ref says you can't do it, then, you're a little conscious, when the next time that happens, maybe don't throw them completely on the ground, but, definitely knock them behind. But like I said, you can't think about it, just going out there, just being as aggressive as you can every single play. I mean, especially being in the type of tempo that this offense is, it's definitely different than what I've been used to. And, I definitely felt that on the first drive. But just getting in that type of shape and whatnot, and even if you're tired, you just got to be able to lock in mind over matter and just go all out every single time.